We back with Sabretooth, all my savage Sabretooth fans. This shit is the full story of The Dead Don't Talk issue 1 through 5. Look at these sick ass covers. That fifth one's my favorite and shit. This is the issue 1 cover. So we're picking up back at this bar called Satan's Circus, where this Gen Z's kid is filming boomers and shit, making fun of him, and then Wolverine grabs his phone, fucking crushes it right in front of him. He ain't gonna do shit, bitch! This other boomer sees it and offers to buy Logan a shot of whiskey, and they have a toast to whoever died because Logan just came back from a funeral. And they're having a conversation. Logan sees his pictures of Ravenscroft and all these old newspaper clippings. He spots a specific one that has Victor Creed hanging and walking around in it, and Logan's all like, what the fuck is he doing up in there? Old Boomer was all like, oh, you know him? That's Mad Dog Murphy. He used to be a player with the old gangs of New York. 1909, Ravencroft goes into this whole story. He's over here at the hospital and shit, picking on Wolverine. Wolverine's all fucked up. Of course, he wants to make his life a living hell and fucking slaps his ass. Bitch slaps him. Look at it. Sabretooth don't give a fuck, dude. Straight bullying Logan. But he does get his moment to have a sneak attack and stabs Victor in his throat, gets away and shit. Victor's pissed off thinking about it later on at Mr. Sinister's office. Sinister notices and he's like, yo, your insecurities are making the block hot. Stop that shit. You're going to get us exposed. By the way, this is Fritz. He's going to replace you if you keep fucking up, so stop that shit. And Victor's all like, oh, I should just kill his ass right now. And this is where he finds Fisk, and Fisk is all like, yo, you help me, I help you. Let's break the fuck out of here and take over some shit. And Victor's all like, you don't say. So they start plotting while Mr. Sinister is back at his office working on a body, and he asks Fritz to get him some Wendigo blood, and Fritz ain't answering. So he went to go see where the fuck he's at, finds his body torn the fuck up. Sabretooth was here, bitch. He's all like, Victor, you're gonna fucking regret this, motherfucker. And Victor actually slaughtered the whole staff too. Everyone's missing heads and shit. But back to Big Brick over here, bear fighting, beating the shit out of bears. Who's next, bitch? Enter Fisk. Thanks for running the gang for me, but daddy's home. This is Mad Dog Murphy. I'll introduce you to him, bitch. And then he fucking takes him and rips his fucking head off, bitch. No more Big Brick. Look at this sick ass shot, this panel right here, dude. This is why you don't fuck with Sabretooth. He's a fucking savage ass goon. And just like that, Fisk and Sabretooth are now running the 5 points, just like fucking gangs in New York. Dude, this is a sick-ass story, mate. Even though Sabretooth is dead right now in comics, we can at least get this collection of savage-ass moments from his past. And this is the cover from issue 2 for issue 2. And the variant cover, dope covers like always. But now word has gotten out that Victor and Fisk are running the 5 points now. They killed Big Brick, and they're introducing all the gangs, regular gangs like the Dead Rabbits, Yancey Street gangs on the scene, shit's erupting into chaos, and then the costume gangs, and then the super gangs like the Street Sorcerer Supremes and the Shockers, vampires, everyone's in this motherfucker. That is, they were running shit until Mad Dog Murphy came to town, the savage Sabretooth. Look at him fucking running. It's like a playground for this guy. He's just running and fucking shit up, destroying everybody in his path. And absolutely nothing was the same after that. This motherfucker was the last one standing. Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop Big V Creed? The guy's an absolute menace. Meanwhile, back at Fisk's office, Mad Dog brings him a shitload of hands from the Franken gang. He's all like, yo, you ain't gotta worry about them. So Fisk is watering his flowers, and he's all like, oh, by the way, this is Brick's head. I'm using it for a fucking planter. And Creed is all like, yeah, whatever floats your boat. And then all of a sudden, fucking this big-ass crocodile comes in looking like a fucking goon. What the hell? Like, they're finally sending some brute-ass killers for Mad Dog over here, and he fucking whips him with his tail, heavy-ass tail, snaps him into the mirror portrait, while Fisk is throwing Brick's head, trying to buy some time, but he just fucking eats it and shit. He can't really overpower this crocodile-ass motherfucker. But then Sabretooth comes in for the flank attack, sneak attack. He's like, what's up, bitch? You thought I was gonna go down easy? I'm Mad Dog Murphy. This is the fight I was looking for. They're fucking banging it out, crashing out and shit. But he gets a drop on him, throws him out the window, and this crocodile dude just goes flying out. Fisk starts tripping because he's all like, yo, his body ain't down there. He ran off and shit. He's still alive. And Victor's all like, fuck it, let him come. He's all like, is it one gang or did all the gangs unite? And we find out with a fire kunai setting some dude on fire and shit, the head of the Franken gang, that it's motherfucking baddie Dragonfire, dude. This girl's fucking badass steampunk ninja. Look at her. Going into the amazing covers of issue 3, the variant cover. I like this one too, and shit, where they're in motion. I don't know too much about Dragonfire. I'm learning about her right now and shit. And this cover looks dope too. So now we're picking up at the New York Fair 1909, and this fair is run by Marmadukes, and he's calling out the gangs. He's all like, I ain't fucking scared. We're still doing this shit. Creed heard him. He's like, oh, is that right? Fisk is like, nah, don't go. Not yet, bitch. We don't need that kind of attention. And he introduces the Iron Dynamo by Vanka. And it's pretty much the old school Iron Man, steampunk Iron Man. And Fisk is looking at it like, yeah, I just might want that for myself and shit. And some other people from the newspaper are pressing Fisk, and Mad Dog's getting mad like, bitch, to keep my name out of your mouth. More gangs are running up, walking up, trying to start some shit, and all of a sudden it's an all-out gang fight going on. You can't fucking trust the 5 points. This shit's a fucking loony bin. Fisk is all like, Mad Dog, let's get the fuck out of here. The block is hot. And they start dipping out. And then all of a sudden, this Dragonfire kunai keeps whizzing by, giving out headshots. Victor turns to see who it is. And it's motherfucking Dragonfire. Dragon baddie fire. This girl's fucking no joke. She's a baddie. And this is where we bust down to the 1v1. Dragonfire versus Mad Dog, and she's all like, I'll handle this shit, what's up, bitch? And she's all like, you ain't shit, Tiger Man. Look at her jumping over here. Creed is trying to push forward with the Tiger Claw style, but Dragonfire jumps over him. She whips out a fucking fire sword. That's pretty cool. It's a nice looking panel right here. And she actually gets a drop on his ass with a throat slice, and she goes in for the finishing kill. But Sabretooth, you know, big S, he just ain't going out like that. He's all like, as I like your confidence, as misplaced as it is. Boom! Uppercut her into the fucking door like Mortal Kombat. She gets back up, throws some more fire kunai, and Victor just uses this poor schmuck as a fucking body armor. Dragonfire's all like, let us finish this, Tiger Man. And Victor's all like, oh, fuck it, to the death. And they're fucking fighting their asses off and shit, and it's pretty decent too. And then she makes a comment that's all like, I ain't stopping. He ain't stopping either. So they just start fucking. Yeah, I gotta learn more about Dragonfire. But meanwhile, Vanka's armor goes missing. Somebody stole it for him. And back at the building, Dragonfire and Victor are probably going to team up now and shit. They're all like, hey, we're the ones with power. No one's going to stop us. Meanwhile, Crocodilian's lurking from the shadows and shit. This is the cover for issue 4. He's fighting Iron Man. We pick up with Creed and Dragonfire at the 5 points, running up in this castle, about to slay Dracula himself, or at least a fucking vampire. But he woke up in the nick of time, caught the blade. Victor needed some help, so Dragonfire came up with the sneak attacks, sword through the back. But this straight up turns into a solo leveling dungeon. A bunch of more vampires wake up and they're fucking chopping heads off. Victor Creed is stabbing them with his fucking bare fist. Look at these panels, like sick ass action right here. Dragonfire sets them on fire, and it just gets them both horny, and they fucking just start kissing right after that. From there, they start running the 5 points. Even Fisk has to pay them money to survive. And meanwhile, they're living a high life. They're in bed, and Dragonfire is kind of stressing because she thinks that they're going to retaliate, somebody bigger and badder. She wants to leave to the Savage Land. That's her next move, and they're all like, yo, let's get out while we can. Victor's like, yo, stop tripping, ain't nobody gonna come after us. Famous last words. He wakes up the next morning to a fucking slaughter. They killed Dragonfire, my baddie Dragonfire. Victor survived though because of his healing factor. They didn't even know that, so he got the element of surprise on that. He finds the footprints that are crocodilian and shit, so he's on the trail. But then boom, Fisk walks up with the Iron Dynamo. He stole it that same night when he said he got to have it, because he wanted to make sure he was there to finish the job just in case Sabretooth didn't die properly and shit. But Sabretooth goes for the throat shot, fucks him up, disables the tech. He falls into the river, all the way at the bottom of the river, sleeping with the fishes, bitch. And then he pulls up on Hearst next, kills his bodyguard, gets some info out of him. How'd you know I was supposed to be dead, bitch? And he starts spilling tea, talking about, oh, it was Dix. He's at the hospital with burns. Burns, you say? And it turns out that this motherfucker's the Crocodilian. He's that brute killer that killed Dragonfire. Our final amazing cover for issue 5. That shot right there looks fucking sick. 2 brutes pick it up in Egypt, 1888. Marmaduke Dix is on an adventure. He's trying to find Khonshu, but he ends up finding the Chamber of Sobek. And it releases this fucking poisonous gas, and not even a gas, but they're fucking ghost gators, ripping his ass to shreds. Look at him tearing him apart. Ends up making him his avatar on Earth, turning him into the Crocodilian against Khonshu. Look at this sick ass shot right here, the Crocodilian. Then from there, it's been 23 years, and then back at his building, Creed runs up on Dix, and Vanko tries to walk up and slices his fucking hand off, and then they go down for the 1v1. Bitch, you killed her! Marmaduke spills tea about how it's nasty business, mate. He had to get everybody out, and he had the 5 points to be run down so he can take over the real estate. But what you don't do is break up a happy Sabretooth, because the motherfucker just ain't gonna stop until you're dead. So they have this long, drawn-out, knockdown-ass, epic fight. Animal God versus Animal God. Just look at the brutality of this fight. Amazing artwork. I'm loving this panel. I like this art style right here. And at the end, Sabretooth is the one to come out on top. Big Vic. The next day, Creed is at Satan's Circus, drinking, healing, when Hearst comes in, bugging him about news in the paper. And Creed is all like, fuck off, Hurst, or I'll kill your ass. And all of a sudden, Mr. Sinister comes in looking all human form. He heard the noise of all the savagery Creed was creating down here, and he wanted to come invited him back to Ravencroft to help him out. But Creed was like, nah, fuck that, I gotta bury Dragonfire and read this map about going to the Savage Land. But then he sees a story about Wolverine in the paper, and he's all like, but first, I got someplace I gotta be to bully that motherfucker. Then it cuts to Wolverine, and he's talking to Boomer and shit. He's all like, yeah, it's a sad story, pal. Thanks for the drink. And it turns out Boomer was actually the motherfucking crocodilian. Yeah, he didn't like to lose a fight, neither did I. Oh shit, this motherfucker's still alive. Hopefully we see him again, dude. The story was pretty sick. Can't wait for the next Sabretooth story. The most savage villain in Marvel Comics. See ya.